Hey everyone, welcome to the Bitcoin update for today. Today is October 26th, 2019. And yeah, so I did a video yesterday that was, I was basing the analysis yesterday on certain patterns, certain market geometry. And what I want to do, I'm on a 3-hour time frame here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and just kind of blow away everything that I've got here on the chart because, what I saw yesterday looked very familiar. Things that I had seen many times before, and I was wrong. I was wrong, and I'm willing to admit I'm wrong when I'm wrong. I was expecting what we saw yesterday at the beginning of the day to be a little bit of a trap. But nonetheless, what I basically was seeing was an area where you move down, you kind of work your way sideways, and you go back up. And then very similar to what happened here, you go down, you go sideways, and you come back up. And in all of those times where you actually end up is kind of like where the mean is, right? So, we talk on the server a little bit about mean reversion, kind of like, liquidity hunting, and then you move back up to the trend. And just like here, you move down, find liquidity, and then you move up to where the trend is, okay? And there's a couple things that I'm seeing here which are important to point out. We see these all the time where you move down, you move back up, and you move down, you move back up, and you move down, and then you move back up. Whether it be slow, like we did here, or very quick, like we did here. Whatever that may be, that is really exactly what happened. But what I misjudged was the timing of the move. Okay, so if we go to a lower time frame, say a 1 hour time frame, well, what we ended up seeing here. Okay, let's go down and take a look at this. When I did the video, I want to say we were right here around 8,000 or so. We may have been up here. I don't think we were when I was doing my video though. So what I thought that I saw was basically a pull down, a move sideways, and then back up here. And I think we were stalling out right here around 8,000 if I remember correctly. And I thought to myself, okay, well, this looks like this is potential, just a move back up, and then we're going to find some liquidity back up here, and then we're going to finally roll over and come back down. Obviously, that didn't happen, right? Okay, so let's take a look at, another form of geometry here, because these are kinds of things that we see in the charts, right? And I don't know how many people, pay attention to this kind of thing, but we saw again a very similar thing right here where we moved back up to this zone and we got a rejection, which is, an interesting rejection. And what a lot of people are paying attention to right now is basically this channel here, and I'll do my best to get this drawn out perfectly. And I'm on, let's see here. There's that, and let me see what exchange I'm actually looking at here. I think I'm on the Coinbase chart. Coinbase went up to 10,488 or so. I want to say that BitMEX went up to 10,600 or so, but nonetheless, we are getting rejected here. We did not close our 3-hour candle above here. What we're, I believe, creating right now is a little bit of a trading range. For us to go all the way up from 10,600 down to 9,100 after going from 7,400 to 10,600. That's pretty significant, right? Definitely, there were a lot of shorts that just got completely decimated. Anybody that was shorting down here just got annihilated. Anybody that was shorting here, including the trade that I posted, got stopped out. That's why you have stop losses. Likely because of the velocity of the move, there were probably decent amounts of slippage, especially on BitMEX, because of system overload and all of that stuff. But now that we're trading back in this range, right? So now that we are back, and I'm going to go to a 12-hour time frame here just to keep things a little cleaner so we don't have so much noise going on. What I want to focus on is this consolidation zone right here because this is back in play. Right here from this area down to this area. So right here, this is our area that we need to keep as support. So that takes us all the way down to about 89.25, and I'm going to expand this just a little bit here and kind of show one of the reasons why I'm focusing on these areas. And actually, that works out perfectly because what we've got here, we have our resistance that we had right there. And then we also have that same resistance that we had in this 12-hour candle right there. And then from a support zone, let's pay attention to this one as well, because this is also as important. We have support right there. And then of course we have lots of support inside of the zone as well. We have this area here, which is support that is now proving to be resistance. This consolidation zone, which is also proving to be resistance right now. Even though we had a huge spike in there, I would imagine that that was fueled by, by liquidations, by stops, things that caused that price to move up. But what I'm seeing, at least for the time being, is our zone, our trading range right now is going to be in this area right here. So this is, let me fix that. Remove that. I've got the wrong thing selected here. Okay, so let's take a look at this. I would say that this is probably our trading zone for right now. Because, and again, we still have 9.5 hours to really fully define this. But what I would be saying is I would be extremely bearish, and I say bearish, extremely bearish, if we reject 9,000 and we go below 9,000. If we close a 4-hour candle or a daily candle below 9,000, my level of bearishness is so extreme, I can't even relay how bearish that is to me. But nonetheless, it does not surprise me that we had this move. I posted something on Twitter when we were down here in this range, and I said basically, we're going to move to at least 9,000. When we were here, I said, yeah, we're going to move to 9,000 before we move any lower. Okay, well, obviously we moved much higher than that, much higher than I expected. Right now, I'm not really recommending any trades, right? The only trade setup that I had recommended on Bitcoin was spot buys at 72 to 7,500. I talk about this all the time. I'm going to continue talking about this. From this zone, we had a front run, but again, if you move this fib line all the way up here to this zone, then we hit that 618 perfectly, and we've moved up significantly. Okay, so that's extremely important. Let's take a look at it from the flip side and see what just happened. So if we start up here at the top, and I'm being approximate here, and we move all the way down here to the bottom, we had a front run of this 50. Okay, so that's important that we got a clean rejection at the 50. We got clean rejection at the 382. We're still above the 236 on this retrace here. And actually, let me zoom in here. I'm going to try and get this as close as possible to what the actual numbers are, because I do think market geometry in this is going to be important. This actually goes down a little bit further. So on this exchange, we did cap out at the high was 10,540, and then the 50% was 10,579. So we were within $40. We were within $40 of the 50% on this. And if we continue consolidating here, and again, if we move down another $200 down below 9,000, then that again is extremely bearish for me. That would mean a clean rejection of this support, actually now resistance zone, right? So if we see this as a move from support, constant support, 1, 2, 3, 4, break. If we see this as constant support that broke, and now we see this as resistance, that is extremely bearish to me, and I do think that we will come back down here to potentially $5,700. That's what I'm keeping my eye on. As far as spot buys go, if you bought down here at 72, 7,500, you have great opportunities to take profit even right now at 9,200. But right now, I'm not recommending any trades. I'm not recommending any trades because we are inside of this zone. right? So again, if we break below 9,200 and we come and test that, that would be a good shorting area. If we come and close above this and we retest that, then I would say we can move up. But right now, I would say it's too risky to make any trades on Bitcoin at this level. At least at this level for any amount of long-term trades. If you're looking to make a swing trade, we have a range that we're actually right in the middle of. So likely you could take a long or a short position. If you took a long position, you could probably close that at about 9,400. If you took a short position, you probably could close it around 9,000. But I don't want to see us close below 9,000. That would be very bad. So yeah, I guess that's really all that I've got on Bitcoin right now. Not a whole lot here as far as taking trades that I would suggest. Again, I would take a look for break above or break below where we're currently ranging. Because inside of this range, we're bouncing in here, and anything can really happen. So I would be looking for a break above or a break below. I do think there is potential that we could move up, but it's just not confirmed in this range. So that's all I've got on that right now. So yeah, again, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to drop them in the Discord. If you don't have an invite, feel free to throw in a comment and I can give you an invite to it. It doesn't cost anything, and we're a good group of people. Yeah, feel free to like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me. Have a good one.